Hey everybody, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I hope you're doing well. I have some very big news to share with you all. We're going to talk about Microsoft, and they are looking to use Ethereum to fight software piracy. This is a big adoption for Ethereum. I want to go through the details. We also have some juicy news, guys. A government watchdog has filed a FOIA to the SEC to request documentation, internal documentation about William Hinman and Jay Clayton. The SEC is in trouble here. Even if this doesn't go anywhere, it will make them look very bad, because we've been talking about it on the channel with the Ripple XRP lawsuit. Jay Clayton and William Hinman certainly have done some things that put them in what would be considered corruption or conflict of interest for sure. So we're going to go through those details. We're also going to talk about an article from the Wall Street Journal talking about crypto political power. This is big because it fits within the whole timeline of the infrastructure bill, lobbying, and so forth, and crypto regulations. Also, there's some very big Bitcoin mining news. We're going to go through all of it, guys. Before we do, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Guys, this video is brought to you by OKCoin Crypto Exchange, where you can buy, sell, and trade your favorite cryptocurrencies, and you can pay low fees. You don't have to pay high fees like other exchanges. Also, you can stake your crypto and earn 100% of your rewards. You don't have to pay any fees. You can stake Cardano, Polkadot, AVAX, Avalanche, Tezos, and many more. So be sure to check it out. Link in the description. Also, please be sure to sign up for my free weekly newsletter, All Crypto Insights and Knowledge, no spam. Once again, it's free. Link in the description. Let's take a look at the market here. The market has kind of cooled off a little bit. And when I say that, I mean just a little, pullback, because once again, nothing goes up in a straight line. And as you can see here, if we're looking at the Bitcoin weekly chart, I kind of mapped out, the movements we could potentially see. So we could pull back a bit, build support levels, and then work our way up to maybe around 60,000 or so, correct, then keep moving up. Now, I'm not talking about a deep correction like what we saw from April through May into June, but rather small dips on the way up, right? Because nothing goes up in a straight line, especially when you had this series of green candles, right? You had some huge green candles over a few, or I should say the month. So nothing goes up in a straight line. So just keep that in mind. We may pull back down for the rest of August, and then September blast off again, then correct, then blast off again, right? Just keep that in mind. I can't stress this enough, because you have to understand the market cycles. You have to understand the perspective of how the market operates, so you don't get shaken out of position early, and then you become part of the dumb money crowd, right? Trying to buy back in at the top. So that's certainly not what we want. So plan B, of course, the creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, which I'm a big believer in. And obviously the caveat here, no model or chart or whatever is 100% accurate. It's a matter of probabilities. Do I think the stock to flow model playing out for Bitcoin to $100,000 has a high probability? I do. Is it 100% guarantee and certainty there? No, absolutely not. So plan B stated the following: September $43,000 floor / worst case scenario is not a typo. The small dip is caused by the data. However, it is a worst case estimate. My base case is, of course, the stock to flow model estimate. Also, October $63,000 worst case / floor is more in line again. So September is just a data blip, nothing to worry about. So what is he talking about here? Historical trend shows there could be a dip in September. So we'll see how it plays out. We don't, obviously no one knows the future, but if we look at past data and how things are performing on the charts, we can make a guesstimate or have a thesis or a hypothesis, right? So these are the things you need to pay attention to. When, like I say, when in doubt, zoom out and just have them in the back of your mind so you know how to plan ahead. Plan B also released the Bitcoin RSI, the relative strength index, saying it's approaching the 70+ area. So you can see in the previous cycles how the relative strength index went to the top. And as you can see here in this respective cycle, we didn't go nearly as high, right? And that's why I'm saying we're going to double peak So we had one peak, and then where we came back down, now you see we're bouncing back upwards, right? So things will continue to move upwards, and but we got to be patient. That's the key here, right? Have the macro level outlook on this market. Now, here's the big news, guys. Microsoft wants to use Ethereum blockchain to fight piracy. The major software developer's new plan to combat piracy relies on the transparency of blockchain technology. This is big for Ethereum. And you all know I hold Ethereum. It's number 3 in my portfolio behind Bitcoin and XRP. Windows operating system and Office productivity suite have always been top performers on any software piracy platforms. So it's no wonder that Microsoft, the developer of both products, works hard to establish anti-piracy measures. In a new paper released by Microsoft's research department, with the participation of researchers from Alibaba and Carnegie Mellon University, the Redmond-based software giant studied a blockchain-based incentive system to bolster anti-piracy campaigns. As the title of the research, it's stated here, Argus, a fully transparent incentive system for anti-piracy campaigns, suggests Microsoft's new system relies on the transparency the transparency aspect of blockchain technology. Built on the Ethereum blockchain, Argus aims to provide a trustless incentive mechanism while protecting data collected from the open anonymous population of piracy reporters. Guys, this is big. I mean, it's Microsoft, right? One of the massive tech giants. Obviously, a lot of their software is used around the globe, and they continue to do well, right? So here's the paper, and it's hosted on their website. And if you do a search for Ethereum in this document, you can see Ethereum appear 20 times. So they are definitely building on Ethereum, very bullish. And like I've stated before with my previous videos, I think Ethereum could hit $10,000 plus at the peak of this bull run, right? Now that's based on if Bitcoin goes to the $100,000, because the market moves with Bitcoin. Make no mistake about it. Although altcoins can perform and have a higher return than Bitcoin, they still follow the momentum of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. That's how it is right now because the market's very young. I think we have to wait for it to mature for decoupling the altcoins individually to move without Bitcoin. So very big adoption news for Ethereum. Obviously, they just did the upgrade to move to Ethereum 2.0 and to proof of stake. And I'm staking some of my Ethereum. I'm earning rewards, not a lot, because I don't want all my Ethereum to be locked up. I want to cash out some Ethereum at $10,000, right? And I've shared this example countless times, guys. You go to Amazon's page on managed blockchain. And what do they mention here? Let me read it out for you for the haters who are going to say, but Ethereum is this and that. Amazon and Microsoft are going to use Ethereum. Amazon Managed Blockchain is a fully managed service that makes it easy to join public networks or create and manage scalable private networks using the popular open source frameworks Hyperledger Fabric and Ethereum. And look, they even have a page on their website on Amazon.com stating what is Ethereum, educating the consumer, the end user, talking about DeFi, talking about non-fungible tokens. This is bullish for Ethereum. I don't care what you say. These are the facts. I don't care about your feelings or emotions. Facts over feelings, my friends. And I think Ethereum is going to be one of the winners. Will there be other winners? Of course. Do I believe like Cardano is going to be a winner? Yeah, I think so. Now, there's a lot of smart contract platforms out there. At the end of the day, we'll see who gets adoption. But this clearly is adoption, my friends. Microsoft and Amazon. Can you get bigger than that? You want Google? Okay, but they're about the same caliber if you think about it, right, guys? This is huge. And this is why I hold some Ethereum, and I've been holding it for a long time, and I buy it in the dips along with XRP and Bitcoin, as well as Chainlink. Not financial advice. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing if you guys wanted to know. Now, check this out. Government Watchdog Group files lengthy FOIA request demanding access to internal SEC Gov documents and records targeting Jay Clayton, William Hinman, and Marc Berger over potential conflicts of interest on crypto while in office. Wow. And this is from the Empower Oversight, Whistleblowers and Research. It was, posted today, August 16th, transmitted on August 12th. This is big, my friends. And let me give you some more details and I'll share my thoughts on it. So here's a summary from Crypto Law, which is, of course, owned by John Deaton, attorney John Deaton. We write today seeking information regarding the appearance of conflicts of interest by former high-level officials at the SEC relating to cryptocurrencies. It is the public's interest that the government's emerging regulatory approach to cryptocurrencies is based on objective legal principles without the appearance that conflicted SEC officials may be picking cryptocurrency winners and losers based on personal financial interests. The way in which these former SEC officials declared whether particular cryptocurrencies were securities and thus subject to SEC regulation raises public integrity concerns. Absolutely, right? We've talked about it, guys. Where the smoke, there's fire. We saw where Jay Clayton went to work. We saw where William Hinman went to work. Clayton went to a place that was investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum. Hinman to a place that was investing in Ethereum. I mean, it's pretty blatant what's going on here. I'm going to share some other details as far as the timing. We know how Jay Clayton handled this on his way out. He just dropped this lawsuit. So transparency from the SEC is the only way to ensure accountability to the public. In the light of this, we are filing this FOIA request to seek the facts. So Empower Oversight letter demands a wide range of records and communications from SEC Gov between Hinman, Clayton, Berger, and outside entities like Simpson, Thatcher, One River, and the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. Oh boy. The FOIA letter also seeks records of any discussions between the target officials and the SEC Office of Ethics Counsel about their potential employment, or in the Hinman's case, continued payments from Simpson Thatcher during his SEC employment. Oh boy, this is getting pretty interesting now, guys. I want to share something that attorney John Deaton also, I think he just literally tweeted. I saw it before I started recording, and it speaks to the timeline here. So he retweets a theory he posted on January 10th of this year. He said, I wrote this thread approximately 2 weeks after the SEC versus Ripple case was filed. I didn't know Clayton would go to One River. One River made a $1 billion bet on Bitcoin and Ether in October 2020. 2 months later, he had the case filed against XRP on his last day at the SEC. Corruption. I don't know what other word you could say, unless they come out and say, hey, no, this is not the case. But from the outside and the documentation, the timing, where these guys went to work, it just reeks of corruption. And this is sad that the SEC, people are in the SEC have been doing this when they're supposed to be fighting for us, right? To have fair market competition, to protect investors, but they're doing the opposite with these actions. It's pretty clear. And I think if it wasn't for the internet, right, we wouldn't be able to see these things in a holistic view, right? When things happen, what was filed, the paperwork, before the internet, good luck trying to find out, unless you had some inside paperwork or something, right? So it's amazing how times have changed and the decentralization of communication and the sharing of information. So I think it's pretty clear what is happening here. And look, if they come out and prove that, okay, nothing happened here or whatever, I would gladly say, okay, they didn't do it. I apologize. But man, I don't know how you would defend this, especially where these guys went to work, the timing of the lawsuit. But the big takeaway here is that the SEC is going to continue to look really bad because, once again, a lot of eyeballs on this case, especially with cryptocurrency regulations happening with the infrastructure bill, a lot of politicians getting involved and so forth. So I think the SEC, let's see if Gary Gensler tries to force a settlement soon to save face, because this ain't good. And I'm trying to get an interview with Gary Gensler, but he's not replying to me. I interviewed I emailed his PR people. So if you guys want to tweet at him, I've been tweeting at him until we want to hear from you, Gary. Like, sit down, let's talk about the crypto regulations and what happened here. Look, I know he can't talk about the lawsuit and all the specifics, but we can talk around it. Like, okay, what's going on here with officials, and what's the SEC stance? How do you clean house? So, how are you guys looking at the market? Are you picking winners or losers? So I would love to ask him all those questions genuinely to learn. Maybe I'm not, understanding certain things, or maybe we're not privy to certain information, but I would, it's on his end to come out and speak to the people. He's supposed to represent the people. Come on, man. So we'll see what happens, but I like this. This puts pressure on the SEC and bad PR on there. And here's why. Because look at this article from the Wall Street Journal from today. Bitcoin fans are suddenly a political force. A tax provision in the infrastructure bill brought the usually fractious cryptocurrency coalition together. So remember what we talked about, the silver lining of the infrastructure bill and the bad crypto regulations that were stuffed in there, right? Secretly shady. It brought a lot of the crypto community together. And I think you're going to see more crypto companies start lobbying harder, coming together and working as one unit versus how they've been kind of split before. So once again, SEC is going to look very bad. And let's see what information the Empower Oversight Whistleblowers and Research Committee here that they're able to get. This is going to be very interesting. I'm going to get my bowl of popcorn, and we're going to see what happens. But once again, it could force the SEC and Clayton, excuse me, not Clayton, Gensler to try to save face. Remember when he came out and spoke the other couple of weeks, about 2 weeks ago? Yeah, a lot of the things he said was to kind of save face and, oh, we do this and blah, blah, blah. It was also to put out statements to give them the upper hand in the Ripple XRP lawsuit. And guys, whether you hate Ripple or love Ripple or hate XRP or love XRP, doesn't matter. What's important is that we need Ripple and XRP to win, because the outcome will determine how the SEC goes after the rest of the market. I'm hoping it doesn't happen. We saw the CFTC officials call out Gensler and the SEC saying, you're trying to get too much power. We need checks and balances here. And, Congressman Tom Emmer and myself discussed this in our recent interview. If you haven't seen that, link in the description, be sure to check it out, guys. All right, moving ahead, guys. Mawson to expand Bitcoin mining capacity by 300 megawatts in Georgia state. I've been saying it for months now. Bitcoin mining boom in the United States. Once again, if you love or hate Bitcoin, it don't matter. These are the facts. The United States is allowing Bitcoin miners to set up shop. We see states are competing to get Bitcoin miners to come to their state because there's jobs, there's revenue to be built here. We even have power plants, energy plants that are using their excess energy to mine crypto, guys, and it's making them profitable. In addition, it's allowing a lot of, there's more of a clean energy move towards Bitcoin mining. So we're seeing just the cleanup of Bitcoin mining, the decentralization of Bitcoin mining. This is big. So announcing the expansion on Monday, Mawson said the scale will allow the Georgia state to increase proprietary hash rate to 2,000, I guess PH. I'm not sure what that stands for. Maybe it's power hash. I don't know. And 5,000 PHs by the end of 2021 and 2022, respectively. Mawson expansion plan is part of the ongoing infrastructure scaling in the United States of new Bitcoin mining capacity, as China's crackdown on crypto mining has resulted in a supply shortage for hosting availability. In July, Mawson said it was negotiating with the city of Sandersville for increasing the power capacity allocated to its Georgia site from 100 megawatts to 400 megawatts, which is set to have an electricity cost of 0.04 cents per kilowatts. So this, once again, bullish in my opinion. Big players getting involved, lots of money being invested into crypto mining here, and the United States is allowing it. Don't miss what's happening. Don't miss about, Gensler can say what he wants. Senator Warren can say what she wants. It doesn't matter what the FUD or what they huff and puff and blow and whatever. The fact of the matter is Bitcoin miners are setting up shop all over the place. I've even interviewed one of them, Marathon Digital Holdings, which is a big Bitcoin miner, one of the largest in the United States and in North America as well. Fred Thiel, I interviewed him 2 months ago. He's the CEO. And we talk about this, guys. It's happening. Whether you like it or not, you ain't stopping this train. So very bullish news today, guys. What do you all think about the Microsoft Ethereum news, as well as this government watchdog going after the SEC? I like this. I want the SEC to get exposed, especially if you're doing some of this corrupt business. So leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I will talk to you all later.